Alright, hello everybody and let's play Heart of the Woods again. Last time, we met the key ghost. Let's see what we can learn about her. Oh, and we had drama about the, in-game YouTube series thingy with Tara, but, I don't care that much about that. So hello. So let's get back to it. Hopefully we'll finish chapter 2 today, but not sure. Alright. I guess there wasn't like much else so far. Or the most important thing is that we met the ghost. I'm not exactly sure what is going on with the other things, like the giant forest spirit and everything. If I had to guess, the forest spirit is kind of a red herring to just stop Tara from pestering the ghost or something. I don't know. I kinda got the feeling that they might be related, like the ghost and the giant forest spirit, but who knows? But we'll see. Anyway, with almost every step I take, I cast a glance behind me. I keep expecting to hear the crunch of snow or spot the flash of red hair as Tara follows me, but there's nothing. I'm alone. I hurry through the woods practically on autopilot. Less than a week ago, I'd have never set foot in the forest on my own, but now I already have the path to the clearing memorized. It gives me extra time to worry. What am I even doing? Everything about the situation is extremely not me. Heading off on my own into a dark forest without telling anyone to go meet up with the ghost. Oh, sounds like good time to me though. Why not? Probably staying at the cabin or some whatever, is worst time. Even thinking the word ghost still makes my heart lurch. I have seen her with my own eyes, and yet I still have trouble believing it. And I'm just trusting that she's not going to lead me to her lair and suck out my soul or something like that. But I'm sure there are people who are into that too. I feel like Gretel. I'm not even cautious enough to leave a breadcrumb trail. Oh, if you have memorized the path, it's probably fine. But still, I keep walking. There's something exciting in being on my own, in doing something without Tara. I can see that. She has probably been putting a lot of effort into supporting Tara, so actually doing something for herself is probably nice. I can't remember the last time I had a secret from her, at least not a big one. Not telling her about the ghost girl feels a little bit like rebellion. I feel like I deserve something exciting that's all my own. Sure, why not? Sia Morgan can go do whatever. I doubt Tara will even notice that I'm still not around. Yeah, like they have known each other for like a long time, based on what they have said so far. So, but like even then, like yeah, this kind of like turbulence in like your friendship, like it can make you feel really bad. So it's kind of, well, it's interesting to see how it goes. I like, well, I'm pretty sure like there is something between Tara and Morgan going on too, so that I wonder like how much of that is like also related to this, although it does make Tara sound like a jerk, so not sure if it's the best way to charm Morgan exactly. And even if she does, it's something that she needs to get used to. I have tried to show her how to cut the video or frame a shot lots of times. It's her own fault if she still doesn't get it. But like video editing isn't like that complicated. It just takes a ton of time. Framing shots, well, I don't know about that. Haven't really done photography or like actually filmed videos. Just like it's her own fault that she's missing out now. It depends. Like they are researching the bigger monster, which might or might not be real. As I approach the clearing, I slow down a little. My usual trepidation overtakes me once again as I contemplate just how reckless this is. Nothing like too reckless going outside. I have been outside plenty of times when it's dark. Like, well, in the nearby forest or something, like, well, when there is snow, it's easy enough to find back. Just like take like a flashlight or something. There's absolutely no guarantee that the girl isn't dangerous, that I'll walk out of these woods alive. But this is like, Maddie does have like this murderer thoughts, although I can kind of understand that too. Like, for example, like if you're walking the streets when it's dark, like it is kinda like people who are there, like make you wonder like how easy would it be to basically like mug you and whatever. But well, hopefully it doesn't happen that easily, and well, the ghost seems that she can't even touch her, so like physically, so it's surely fine. Normally, I justify Tara for following her gut instincts, which dictates probably 70% of her decisions. Yet that's all that I have to go off right now, the feeling that I'm safe with the ghost girl, that she won't harm me. I cross the threshold of trees and into the clearing just like the other times. It's serenely quiet. Even my past footsteps are gone, erased by the wind or snowfall. But pretty unlikely in reality. But oh well.
I'm here.
Somehow, I feel like she already knows. The forest swallows my words, returning to frozen, pristine silence. Soundlessly, she steps out from behind a tree, small smile sits on her face, though her eyes are slightly downcast. She waves me, meeting my eyes for just a moment before glancing away. So like easy, like shy or something.
Hi there.
I wonder if the volume could be like a little higher for the voice acting. Probably not can. Like, I don't know if I can make it higher. Could just be my headphones too. Like I have those too silent. Or maybe like the. Well, maybe it's fine like this. My words hang in the still air.
Were you waiting for me?
Okay, thank you. We lock eyes again, and she nods, quickly, honestly.
I hope it wasn't for too long.
Probably like, oh, she is a ghost. And what else does she have to do other than waiting? Or like, well, I don't know how these ghost things work. Like, do ghosts like sleep or something? She shakes her head and then she laughs. I'm not sure what the joke is though. Or maybe the joke is that ghosts are waiting like forever.
What? What's so funny?
Once she catches her breath, she bites her lip as she ponders. After a moment, she shrugs, looking apologetic. It's probably hard to explain without words. I guess explaining a joke through gestures would be difficult. Yeah. I imagine it has something to do with the ghosting. She sidles up next to me and I fight the urge to step back. Though I have decided to trust her, my instincts still belie my nerves. What she seems to be most interested in is the bag slung over my shoulder. She simulates opening the bag so that she can see into it. Like, is she like wondering like if we are like spying on her or something?
Nosy, huh?
Immediately she backsteps, waving her hand in a frantic, apologetic motion.
Sorry, I was just kidding. You can look.
Or maybe it's because she's a ghost and like, well, who knows how long she has been a ghost. Maybe she doesn't like really know like what phones and such actually are. She regards me like a timid deer as I hold the bag open for her to see. Inside are a couple books that I picked up in the village this morning. I hold up the first one, small, square, and baby blue.
I got a really strange look from the person who runs the bookstore because of this one. It's a book of baby names.
What is like weird about that? Like maybe you're like designing characters for a game or something. That is the number one reason. Well, number two reason, I guess, for baby names. Her eyes go wide as she grasps at her belly, then points at me. It takes me a second to understand what she means. For some reason, I feel my face flush. Well, I'd expect they aren't quite making babies yet. I'd imagine the reason for the book is that Maddie wants to know what her name is, and like she can point at the name in the book.
No, I am not pregnant. But I thought maybe you could use it to show me your name? If it's a name that would be...
Like you could also have like some kind of like grid or something where there are like letters and then she can point them one by one. Not sure like if that is what the Ouija board or whatever, however it was pronounced. Surely it was pronounced some other way because I remember that it was something totally unexpected. Yeah. And like it would be super slow to speak through the pointing at letters kind of thing. Also like the ghost can't like most likely can't use cell phones or anything either, so can't like type out or write or anything. Before I can finish my sentence, she's zoomed back over to me, all sense of personal space once again discarded. She clasps her hands, a fiery look in her eyes, and hops up and down. Frankly, it's adorable.
Guess you're a fan. Okay, cool.
She eyes the book hungrily. She must be really excited to share her name with me. It's a little exciting for me too. It's nice to see someone so happy about being with me. I fight to keep an over-jealous grin off my face.
Okay, let's see.
I look around. Aside from trees and snow, there isn't much. I wonder if there's something about this place in particular that the girl likes. I wonder like if ghosts basically have like... Well, I guess it depends on the lore. Like if ghosts are like bound to the place where they died or something like that. Or like if ghosts are just bound to like some place they like.
Is there somewhere nearby where we could sit down? It feels a little weird to just keep standing.
You can sit on the snow, I guess. Finger on her chin, she ponders. Then she turns and points toward the woods even further in. Yeah, so we eventually learn. I can tell from the look in her eyes that she's uncertain. I swallow a lump in my throat. I come this far after all.
Sure, that's fine. Lead the way.
She does so, but never gets too far from my side. Every few steps, she glances over at me as if I'm making sure I'm still here. It feels a little backwards to me, but in a nice way. I don't really feel compelled to break the silence either. Of course, part of that is because any conversation would be one-sided. But also, she looks content, like she's just happy to be here. I am too. The silence doesn't feel vast and overwhelming like it has with Tara. It feels warm. Before too long, I realize what our destination is. This is nearly the same path that Morgan took us down just a couple desks ago. I recognize some of the more grotesquely warped trees. They could sit on the fence, I guess.
We're going to that church.
Or that too, I guess. So I guess, like, the ghost is somehow related to the spirit of the woods. Eyes wide, she nods, probably surprised that I know of it.
One of the villagers showed it to us a few days ago. Me and my friend.
But those two are like, they are kinda likely to come back, I guess. It feels weird to just call Tara my friend. Usually if I'm talking to someone about Tara, they have met her. But the ghost has met her too, but like, in the form of Tara chasing her. The girl just nods yet again. Yes, she's probably not a fan. As we reach the edge of the trees and the church itself comes into sight, I look around for traces of the monster we saw days before. I still doubt the monster is actually real. Maybe it's like an illusion or something. Or like maybe it's like the ghost, like it is. No. Not like physical. Although they did supposedly hear it like breaking trees or something. Anyway, there are none to be seen though. No snapped or toppled trees. No footsteps as deep as I am tall. Much like the girl beside me, there's no trace of its existence. Yeah, that kinda sounds like it's not real. I look over to the door of the church, where she's patiently waiting for me. Kinda like see face through doors or something. That is a ghost thing for sure. Once again, I fight back all my fears and hesitations and head for the door too. It's too late to turn back now. The door is still slightly ajar from our visit days ago. A thin trail of snow powders the entryway, but otherwise the church is dry. It's still unnaturally warm. I wonder if that has to do with the girl too. From the way she walks, I can tell she's familiar with the place. She heads to the front, stopping just shy of the altar, where she turns around to face me. Being back here is a little unnerving, and I slowly approach her. Though she hasn't given me any reason to be suspicious, the image of those monstrous eyes is ingrained in my memory. But this time there's no howling wind or earth-shaking footsteps, just the one girl waiting patiently. Oh, she can sit still. I wonder if it's like... Well, like she's probably flying and pretending to sit or something like that. I give her a smile as I sit down on one of the pews near the front. It's hewn from stone, smooth and rigid. She takes a seat right beside me. Normally, being this close to strangers makes me feel uncomfortable, but with her, I don't really mind. Part of it is, of course, the fact that I can't feel her at all. But the other part is that it feels kind of pleasant to sit together like this. Oh, the picture is nice too. I hastily push the thought out of my head. She is a ghost. She is literally transparent and insubstantial. I rummage through the bag and grab the book of baby names.
Okay, so, first?
They have like a separate image for the book too. She bounces up and down with anticipation as I tear off the plastic cling wrap and stuff it in the tote bag.
Is the first letter early in the alphabet?
She nods and holds up one finger.
I. L?
Yeah, like A, like that is. The first one. 2 shakes of her head. She touches her index fingers together and then uses her middle finger to cross between them. I guess like the book isn't even necessary if she can't do that.
Oh, an A.
Enthusiastic nodding. I flip to the first couple pages in the book. Right in the middle of the A's, the first name I spot is Amber. Impatiently, she leans over me and motions to go further back towards the start. I turn the pages slowly, giving her time to scan. On the very first page, she holds out a hand to stop and points. She's practically hanging over my shoulder to show me.
Abigail.
Abigail. Abigail is a good name. My favorite spouse in Stardew Valley.
Your name is Abigail.
She gives me the biggest, most radiant grin I have ever seen as she nods. But most likely, at least, like Ghost won't have like drama with her parents. Probably like not a gut either, but maybe like old school would work. If you would change like the color of the outfit, then it would go, I guess. She's kind of purple though. Her joy is infectious, and I can't help but smile too.
Abigail.
Abigail. I repeat it, and she looks even more joyful. A beam of light breaks through the glass window, illuminating dust motes that make it look as if she's sparkling. We lock eyes, and I feel my breath catch in my throat. The look in her eyes, pure, unadulterated happiness. It's something I have never seen before. They shine with tears, the good kind. The kind that bring out the color of her eyes, the radiant kind. I didn't know I could make someone happy like this. I quickly look away. Back to the now relevant book in my lap.
Anyway, Abigail. I had a couple questions. Is that okay?
Abigail nods.
So, maybe this is kind of rude to ask, but are you a ghost? Or are you something else?
That's probably hard to ask when you answer when you ask two questions. Abigail closes her eyes and with a sad smile nods. So which one is it?
I'm sorry.
Yep. I guess it means she's a ghost. I'm not sure what the appropriate response to something like that is.
Then, are you from Eisenfeld?
Nada. But that's no surprise. Like, where would a ghost come from far away to the forest?
Do you know a girl from there called Morgan?
She shakes her head. That makes sense. I'm sure Morgan would have mentioned her before if so. I think Morgan thinks the ghost is a fairy.
So have you, like, been a ghost for a long time then?
Does she even know? I cringe a little as I ask. It seems cause, although I'm not entirely sure what proper etiquette is for this kind of conversation. Like, does she even know like how long she has been a ghost? In answer to my question, she nods again. I guess you can at least like tell that it has been like multiple years.
Do you know how long?
This shrug. Yeah, thought so. She holds up two fingers, then two fists. So like 200 years. Yeah, the maths and something like that.
200?
It is the prime age for ghosts, pretty much. Like 200 years is like long enough for there to not be like technology or something, but like not long enough for people to like entirely forget about the times back. Another shrug and a nod.
200 years.
I murmur it to myself in slight disbelief. It could be more. I doubt she's been keeping track of every day. You can probably like keep track of like the number of summers or something. The world out there, the world I came from, it may as well be another planet for her. Yeah, if she is mostly or like entirely in the forest, then yeah. Like 1800s, well, they had horses. Basically.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure like if that's like I'm sorry material, like it probably has been cool time in a way too. It's incomprehensible to me. I can't fathom that much time passing, unable to talk to anyone, how lonely that must be. Oh yeah, that can be rough, I guess, depending on like whether she can sleep. She's closed her eyes yet again. Though I have been interpreting her silence as serene, I wonder if that's how she feels. These yes or no questions are practically the extent of what I can ask her. There's still such a gulf between who she is and what I know of her. Centuries worth of solitude. You can ask have you been lonely or something like that. Not sure what the ethic is about that either, but you could.
In all that time, have you ever spent time like this with someone else?
Probably, I would imagine. Not at least many times. Without opening her eyes or looking at me, she shakes her head again.
I'm the only one?
It is the forest and they don't even allow people to go there. Nod. All silent too, my head still reeling. There are so many things that I want to ask and want to know. How did she die? Why did her spirit stick around? Does she know about the thing we saw in the snow? Didn't she ask about the spirit thingy last time when she giggled or something? Why am I the first person she's shown herself to? She has, Morgan has spotted her, I would imagine, because he thought there are fairies in the forest. It's probably because the villagers think that there is something creepy because, well, there is a pink light flying in the forest. But there's no way she could answer. And even if she could, I wonder if she'd want to. Is it impolite to remind the ghost that they are dead? But she does know that she is a ghost. It's morbidly funny to me that these are questions I have to ask myself. I guess you could just start by asking is it alright to ask about this and this kind of topics? And that she can do some kind of gestures, if it's too much I don't know, pick her answer something if it's too much to ask. Tara would love this. Tara would. I pushed that thought out of my head too. Tara's not here right now. It's just me and Abigail.
Would you like me to read that other book?
Her grin returns. The moments of melancholy dispelled. I guess he wants to have fun instead of talking too much about difficult things. Seems I made the right call in changing the subject. Or nope, maybe she wants to be treated like a person and not like a ghost. I saw her the cover before I cracked it open, enjoying that new book smell.
This is a book I read a lot when I was younger. It's about a girl who wants to be a hero, so she goes on a quest with her best friend to prove herself. It's a little childish, I guess, but maybe you'd like it?
I don't know, is it childish to play, let's say, Zelda or something? Well, it's just a book. Anyway, it's fine to enjoy. Things you enjoy, I guess. Abigail clasps her hands and nods. I have a feeling I could read the dictionary to her and she'd be satisfied, but I don't mention that.
Okay.
I smooth the crease and open the first page.
Once upon a time.
So it is basically a fairy tale. It's a story that I could probably recite by heart. My mom used to read it to me when I was a little girl, and it was one of the books that I used to learn to read. I was both surprised and excited to see that there was a copy in Eisenfeld's bookstore. I settled into an easy cadence of reading. Though I'm not used to reading out loud, it starts to feel pretty natural after only a couple of pages. Oh, if only it had been that easy to me. Like, I still do stumble. But well, that's how it is. But the fact that reading English is difficult to begin with, in addition to that. Like my mom used to, I give all the characters different voices. I don't have quite the range that mom does, but Abigail seems to enjoy it all the same. Though I have been trying that with the voice acting endeavor for the game, but it's like super difficult to be consistent. Like, funny characters are easy enough, but like doing like normal sounding characters is hard. She smiles and laughs in all the right places. I did do like when I was streaming the demo of that one other like kind of fantasy themed visual novel with the rabbit people and the orc girl or something. Like, I did do the funny voice for the orc girl. It's probably the best to just like read normally. It makes my heart warm to see how much she's enjoying it. Her eyes are closed yet again, but she looks quite content. As we finish chapter 2, Abigail scoots a little bit closer and rests her head near my shoulder. Or maybe she can sleep then. I pause mid-sentence, surprised, but resume just a seconds later. Though I can't feel her there, the sentiment is clear. I keep reading. Sometimes when I glance down, I can see that her eyes are open, reading along. Her lips mouth the same words as I am. One time she catches me looking and blushes, but I just smile and continue going. Ooh. After we finish chapter 4, I finally pause. My mouth is dry and my jaw is starting to hurt a little bit. I must have been reading aloud for close to an hour. So, I think the most I did was like a 6-hour stream of like reading visual novels, so maybe she'll build the endurance for that at this rate. Even though I stop, Abigail doesn't sit up or open her eyes. Her hand rests on my arm and I set the book aside. I wonder if she can like decide like whether she faces through people or not, or like is there like some kind of like It's a little like solid to her, but she can face through if she pushes through, basically. I'm fascinated about the most mundane things about ghosts, but that's how it is. Do ghosts need to sleep? That's another question I can ask, but maybe at a different time. Right now, I'm happy to let her pretend. Quietly, I hum a song. It's something from the radio, a title I can't remember, but that's always stuck in my head. I'm extremely off-key, I'm sure, but I don't care. It just feels right. When I stop, she finally opens her eyes and sits back up. As we gaze at each other, she mutters 2 words that I don't have to be good at reading lips to decipher. Thank you. Yeah, I knew it.
No problem. I hope you like the story.
First she claps, and then she places one hand over her heart. I love, flattered, but also a little embarrassed.
I think that's all I can do today, but we should read more sometime. If you want to, I mean.
It is what she wants at this rate. I already know the answer, but she gives me an emphatic nod all the same.
Okay. It's a promise.
She touches her heart again, and I smile.
I should probably head back to the cabin soon. People will start to get suspicious if I'm gone for too long.
Abigail cocks her head like an owl, curious.
I, haven't told my friends about you yet.
I'd imagine she probably doesn't want that either.
It's sort of like our secret, I guess. And I want to keep it that way for a little longer.
She smiles in agreement. Once it starts getting dark, we say our goodbyes and part ways at the church. Same as when we first met. She watches me go until she vanishes from sight. Like, I guess she can like roam the forest at least, it seems. As I head back towards the cabin, my head is swimming, or maybe drowning. It's hard to think of anything but Abigail, all alone in the middle of the forest for centuries. What's her story? I want to know, but I doubt I ever will. Hopefully you will, otherwise I guess it could still work, but you kinda want to know something at least, because what there has been implying about there being a backstory. Yet I'm already looking forward to seeing her again, even though in the back of my mind I'm aware that Tara and I will only be here a few more weeks. It seems almost cruel, knowing that this is all so short-lived. If I were her, would I rather have a few weeks of happiness just to lose it again, or never have anything at all? Difficult questions. The question makes my head and heart hurt. The walk back feels like it goes by much quicker than my journey to the clearing and then the church. As I get closer to the cabin, I can see that the windows are dark. Tara must be in town or out with Morgan somewhere. I wonder if she noticed I was gone. My musing is interrupted by the sudden sound of footsteps in the snow. The mayor steps out from behind a tree, just like Abigail did earlier.
Good evening, Madison.
Evening, Miss Mayor.
Where have you been?
Oh yeah, it was well, not like illegal to go to the forest, but not like preferred at least. I freeze. Her tone is sharp, no pretense of being conversational. Her glare is even sharper. Does she know about Abigail? Or about the forest spirit? Surely she would have mentioned it if so. Or maybe not. My mind reels while I stall for time.
I was out for a walk in the forest.
I'm bad at lying, so I try to just tell her half-truths.
I can see that. Where did you go?
Oh, they really hate people going to the forest, I guess. That face.
Around. I was just walking around. Needed the fresh air.
Alone? Where is your friend? Or my daughter?
Well, who knows? With each question she asks, she takes a nearly imperceptible step closer. I shrug, trying to look indifferent. I don't think it's working.
I'm not sure. Tara and I had an argument earlier. I wanted to be alone.
An argument? Regarding what?
YouTube, I guess. He's far too close for comfort now. Close enough that she could reach out and grab me by the throat if she wanted to. Still, I'm so taken aback by the nerve of her asking about my personal issues that my voice comes out stronger than I could have hoped for.
I'm sorry, but I'm not comfortable talking about it.
The mayor regards me for a long moment, her nostrils flare. I meet her gaze and don't look away, even though I desperately want to. I half expect her tongue to shoot out and taste the air like a snake. It feels as if she can see right through me. I'm almost certain that she knows I'm hiding something from her, more than just my argument with Tara.
I see.
She flips her hair and walks past me, heading into the forest.
Be careful, Madison. The woods are dangerous on your own.
Ha 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 ha. I stand there, heart in my throat, until the sound of snow under her feet fades into silence. Shuddering, I hurry the rest of the way to the cabin. A bright burst of light jerks me awake. I groan, getting ready to toss a pillow at Maddie. I demand she turn the light back off. It's so bright it hurts when I try to open my eyes. But when I do, I realize the light is coming from the window. And it's not the window I recognize. Morgan is starting to stare next to me, an adorable little smile on her face. It's so cute that for a minute it distracts me from the fact that she's completely naked, It takes another second for me to realize that I am too. Nope. So they got to it pretty quickly. I yanked the covers up to my chest to well cover myself. Memories of last night start to come back in bits and pieces. We'd been going over notes about something, and admittedly, I might have gotten a little flirty. But next thing I knew, we are kissing. Books are on the floor. I hear papers crumpling underneath my butt. And once I said yes, she couldn't even wait to get to the bed before she started undressing me. That is quick. And it's not that I'm complaining, but it was definitely the last possible way I thought she'd respond. At least now I remember why I'm sore. It isn't long before Morgan opens her eyes as well. The rest of her face doesn't move as she wakes up. She sleeps with that same blank face she has when she's awake.
Good morning, Tara.
Her voice seems a little different, softer maybe. I have no idea, but it's kinda nice.
Hey, yeah, good morning.
I cringe at the sound of my own voice. That was way too loud. I need to do a better job of keeping my cool.
How'd you sleep?
I like Tara's mouth like it is. Like the wavy shape is funny.
Better than I have in a long time.
I smile.
Although you do snore. Loudly.
I try not to let my smile break. I mean, she's right, but only when I lay on my back. I try to think back on a long list of awkward mornings after and pick out a good comeback, but everything grinds to a halt as soon as I feel her lips press against my side. Hopefully this is fine for YouTube, like you can't see anything, right? It's just a tiny peck, the kind I'd give a cute fan. But she also blows a tiny puff of hot air onto my skin that makes me shiver. I can feel my face turning as red as my hair. No, a comeback's not happening.
Tara, are you okay?
She's kinda stunned, I guess. I need to say something to get back on top of this mess, but all I can do is stare down at her. Those bright green eyes, that soft face, that messy orange hair.
Tara?
Oh, sorry, I was just thinking that, well, you're cute.
Hey, I have had worse lines. I can't see her face, but I think I hear her chuckle, or something like it. I should probably get up, but I can't help taking a minute to stare. Maddie always gets on me for being thirsty, but I think I earned it this time. Her curves, her muscles. She's like someone asked me every little detail about what my type was, then turned her real. This village is a dream come true. My clothes are spread across the floor. It takes me a minute to hunt them all down once I'm out of bed. Actually, that's how they usually are at home too. I've got more important things and clothes to keep in my dresser. Morgan's already dressed by the time I get everything together, with her hair back in its usual pigtails. Cute as they are, I kinda miss how it looked down.
Hey, so,
Or the paranormal poster on the wall. I think it was a rainbow colored, but I can't see like the top anymore.
Is something wrong?
your mom isn't home, right? I'm pretty sure she won't be happy if she sees me coming out of your room first thing in the morning.
You made enough noise last night that she'd know anyway. I don't think she's going to do anything about it.
Yeah, that's going to be a little awkward one, seeing that she doesn't like visitors.
Oh,
I feel like I'm burning up, but her expression is the same as ever. She's not even trying to be smooth, and she's still better at it than I am. And I'm already really good.
great. Yeah, cool. Glad we don't have to worry.
You sure don't have to worry at all.
I'm going to go make some coffee for us. That's my bra, by the way.
No wonder it felt so loose. Oh yeah, it is a rainbow. Or like in the UFO, like there's like a tiny Tara, I guess. She's out the door, leaving me to search for more clothing and think about the conversation Morgan and I are gonna have to have when she gets back. Oh boy. I'm still thinking about what I want to say when she returns, with the coffee already chugging hers down.
I usually make it strong, but I put plenty of cream and sugar in yours, so you should be fine.
I normally take it black, actually.
I saw your daily routine video. I know how you take your coffee.
Yeah, she's just like pretending to be cool, I guess. Even though, well, like, is there actually anything cool about drinking coffee dark? But at the very least, like, if that is true, like, I'm not cool because I only drink hot chocolate. I don't even know why I'm bothering with the usual cool routine at this point. I should just accept that I'm big. I take a tiny sip of the coffee and nearly fall back down on the bed. Even with cream and sugar, this is the strongest thing I have ever tasted. She drinks this black.
Is it too much? I can put some liquor in it if you want.
Isn't it like 8 in the morning?
Yes. Why do you ask?
I sigh and take another bitter sip. The last thing I need right now is alcohol.
Hey, so I think we need to talk.
Sure. What about?
I'm not sure if she doesn't know or doesn't care about what I'm going to say. But from the way she acted so far, I'm pretty sure it's the second one.
Look, you're a really great person. I really like hanging out with you, and I had a great time last night.
I know.
She needs to stop making me blush. I probably look the same way Matt does every time I try to introduce her to a cute girl.
I just want to make sure we're clear on what that was all about. I don't want you to get the wrong idea.
Wrong idea. like how much like wrong idea is there to get.
I mean, I'm not really the dating type, and I'm gonna be leaving in a month. I'm happy to do stuff like this as long as it's...
Tara,
She doesn't sound frustrated or upset. If anything, her voice is softer.
we talked about this exact thing last night. You're cute, you're fun, and I really enjoyed having sex with you. But that's all this is, and neither of us expect or want anything different. You don't have to give me any excuses.
Blunt as ever. She takes another sip of coffee as I breathe a sigh of relief. All that worrying for nothing.
Great! Awesome, cool. Yeah, I'm glad that's settled then.
I should feel relieved, relaxed, all that good stuff. With the rough part out of the way, I can go right back to being as intrepid and charming as always. So why do I feel like I'm the one who got let down here? This kind of thing shouldn't bother me, even if it didn't go the way I'm used to. This is why I hate taking time to think about things.
So, did you make that sweater yourself?
Morgan's eyes widen at my question. Looks like I found a good way to move on.
I did, actually. My ex showed me how to knit a few years ago, and I've been doing it ever since. It's a nice way to pass the time. If you want, I could make you something to take home when you're done here.
Okay, the ex is probably the... Was it the quiet girl in the cafe or something? Well, somewhere on the town. That they said that she knowed Morgan. Well, basically, some people know Morgan closer than others, wink wink.
That'd be super cool! Everyone I know wears coats like Maddie's, or one of those big puffy marshmallow coats. I'm sure some hand-knit stuff would break the mold.
The fact that you insist on going investigating in nothing but a light jacket made me assume you didn't like coats in general.
Maybe I was just waiting to get in on the hip wool fashion trend.
I catch her smiling in between sips. She might act different, but I get the feeling that we are on the same wavelength for some things. I mean, obviously, since we ended up together, but still. Well, not together, of course, but...
I thought it was because of your shirt. You wear that same moon shirt in every vlog you do. I didn't expect it to be the same way in real life.
It was actually Maddie's idea, believe it or not. Something about having a, visual brand for the sake of the show. I figured my winning smile would be enough, but... I mean, as long as people like it.
I didn't realize she was that invested in the show. I figured she didn't care that much.
Like, if she didn't care, like, well, she would have quit, like, ages ago. Like, being a YouTuber, like, is pretty hard work. Like, well, she doesn't even get, like, anything out of it, really, I guess. Ouch. Hearing her mention how distant Maddie seems is a pretty painful reminder of how much things have fallen apart between us.
She used to be. Back when we started, she was a lot more invested in this whole thing. We've been inseparable since high school, and I figured she was really excited to keep that bond going strong.
Well, I don't know, like, I don't know. I think Tara is kind of part of the problem too.
That's pretty incredible. I don't think I've had any friendships that lasted more than a year.
I realized that she hasn't mentioned a single friend since we got here. I guess claiming your cat talks to you probably doesn't score you points with anyone other than me.
Oh yeah, it's been like around 10 years or something. Don't tell her I told you this, but we actually met because we were both total goths.
Jump when Morgan suddenly burst into laughter. I've only known her for about a week, but it feels weirdly unlike her. Probably because it's the most emotion she's shown since we met. And that includes last night.
I can't imagine Maddie walking around with raccoon eyes and dyed hair.
You have no idea. She was goth enough to put me to shame, always talking about the darkness in her soul, chilling with all other cool goth kids, calling herself Raven. It was great.
Okay. I'm like trying to be like a vampire or something, but I never did anything like this.
You were part of a group? Do you keep in touch with any of them? I'd hope at least one of them kept the look.
My smile fades as I look away from her. She couldn't have known that asking that would bring back bad memories, so I don't blame her. But the memories are still there.
Not really. Most of them stopped talking to me when I told them I was trans, and the rest bailed as soon as I started to actually transition. Maddie was the only one who really stuck up for me.
Well, I guess they were. They were jerks to begin with, so well.
I'll never forget that.
Morgan puts down her now empty mug. I'm not even halfway through mine.
I'm so sorry, Tara. I didn't mean to.
Nah, forget it. It's seriously okay. The whole thing is ancient history now.
That isn't a lie. I feel a hell of a lot better about the whole thing now that I know I'm doing way better than any of them. I can tell Morgan doesn't buy it though. Better switch up the subject.
Anyway, after that, the two of us were inseparable all through high school. We even picked the same college so it'd be easier to stay in touch.
Yep, unlike me who just was like, well, I'll go to this university because I don't need to take entrance exams, and everybody else from high school went to a different place.
The only time our friendship was ever on the rocks was, well, maybe we shouldn't talk about that.
I try not to grin when I see Morgan's eyes widen. Got 'em.
You wouldn't say that if you weren't going to tell me.
Well, I don't know.
She's basically saying that like, I'm not sure like how much of an affair there was between her and Maddie, but that's kind of what I'm like interpreting this to mean. Probably didn't like go too far if it was like that rocky. Like if they stayed friends, like if it went far and then like it totally broke down, then it's like, it would be pretty incredible that they stayed like close friends. She leaves her mug on the table and moves closer to me. I definitely saw her smile for a second there.
The Tara I know would never pass up a chance to tell a story.
Well, if you insist. Maddie and I actually dated once, for a few weeks, back when we first started college. Everyone we knew was pairing off, so we figured we should try it too. It's our secret shame.
It didn't go too well, I guess, then. But like, few weeks, well, it's probably on the territory where you can just brush it off that top. That was a bad idea. Let's forget about it.
I'm not surprised. You two would make a terrible couple.
Geez, blunt much? You're not wrong, though. It nearly killed our friendship. Thankfully, we called it off and went back to being friends. We haven't had any trouble since.
Apart from, well, right now.
Until now.
Yeah, until now.
Yep, until now. So much for lighting the mood.
I don't know. I guess her deciding to walk away from everything we built together doesn't exactly make me feel jazzed about our friendship.
Well, like, at what point does the well, line between friendship and work go though? Because like, well, being a YouTuber is kinda like work, and you don't like run YouTube on friendship exactly.
Her having different priorities doesn't have anything to do with friendship.
Yeah.
What, like going back to school? She hated school. So either that's some bullshit excuse, or she just hates working on paranormal even more.
Or maybe she just needs like, well, she needs to invest on herself too.
She was talking about coming back. Having real proof seems to have changed her mind.
And then what? She goes along with it for another few months and gets sick of it. I can't deal with that again.
Why not? I can't tell I'm getting louder, but I don't care. I haven't had a chance to let any of this out since it happened. Morgan, of course, doesn't even flinch.
The thing is,
Now she's acting like she wants to be in on the action again? Am I really supposed to believe that she wants to commit to this?
Well, like seeing the monster, well, like it's kinda good motivation to believe that there is something out there, I guess.
but she...
I'm not an idiot. It's not like I'm ignoring the fact that she keeps running off to the woods to be by herself. I'm supposed to just be cool with that?
Tara,
I'm so sick of all this bullshit. Maybe I'd just be better off without her.
Tara!
I jump as her voice drowns mine out completely. This burst of emotion isn't funny. It's honestly kind of terrifying.
Stop. Just stop. You have no idea what you're talking about. You don't want Maddie to leave the show, but you're refusing to listen to her when she talks about coming back. You don't want to lose your friendship, but you're freezing her out when she tries to make connections again.
Yep.
I love your show. You know I do. But there are more important things in your life than talking about Bigfoot in front of a camera.
Holy shit. What the hell was that? She just sat through my bullshit like some kind of forest-dwelling therapist. How am I supposed to respond to that? All I can do is sit back down on the bed and let it wash over me. She sits down next to me and takes my hand in hers. She gives it a little squeeze and I squeeze back. I can already feel myself starting to calm down. When Morgan speaks again, her voice is back to its normal flatness.
Talk to her. Tell her how you feel and what you need. You can't spend your whole time with me and expect her to feel appreciated.
I don't want to leave you out, though. You're the whole reason we're here. Plus, like, I really like spending time with you.
kinda know how that feels because, well, I'm the kinda like, well, let's put it this way, that I like to invest my effort on like very few people. But like, well, just one person, well, that's kinda extreme.
I do too. But we'll have plenty of time together. You're here for an entire month.
Yeah, of course.
The word month makes me feel a weird little pang on my chest. For some reason, I don't want to think about how temporary this is. I let go of her hand to take another sip of coffee. It's barely lukewarm now. And I consider just spitting it back into the cup. That definitely wouldn't be a good look though.
Do you want me to take you back to the cabin?
I think I'm gonna do a little more investigating here first. Give myself some time to think about what I want to say to Mads.
That's a good idea.
Hey, first time for everything.
He lets out another little laugh. It's not nearly as big as her earlier on, but it's really nice to hear it after all that heavy stuff.
I'll go set up shop then. Come see me when you want to ride back.
You got it.
I stand and stretch, scanning the room one more time to see if I'm forgetting anything.
Wait, are those my panties?
Yeah, you're wearing mine.
I try to will myself not to blush, determined not to let her get one more fluster in.
Shit, sorry. I can change real quick.
It's fine, you can wear them. Just give them back when you're done.
My cheeks are burning again, so much for that.
Oh, cool. Thanks. I guess I'll see you later then.
Sure, you know where to find me.
Without thinking, I lean forward and press my lips against hers. They are soft, somehow not nearly dried out by the cold air as mine are. Wait, why am I doing this? I jerk my head away, expecting to be met with an angry glare. But all I see is the corners of her mouth twitch up for a split second, before she's back to neutral. Could be worse, right? By the way, it's definitely time for me to get the hell out of here. I head for the door, but something stops me before I actually leave.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I don't know what I'm thanking her for. I'm not sure if she knows either. I'm out the door and back out into the village square, doing my best to leave my confusion behind me. I have got more important things to think about right now. I've gotta think about what I'm going to say to Mads. Tell her I'm sorry for being an idiot, and that I don't want this to screw up things more than it already has. But as I think about that, I realize that I have got one more problem when it comes to her. If she finds out I slept with our host, she's gonna kill me. Why though? Like, it was pretty obvious this would happen. Surely doesn't come as a surprise to her. The cabin comes into view. It's warm and casts a glow on the snow. I keep my steady pace. It's been a while since Tara and I talked. things still aren't fixed. They have improved. She's getting Maddie's help filming now, but I can still see that distance between them. It doesn't help that Maddie keeps choosing to stay behind when we go to the village. Her excuses are always flimsy, but Tara doesn't push it. I'm not sure if she wants to. I'm not entirely sure what to do. I never expected this to be easy, but now it's gotten complicated in a way that I couldn't have predicted. I wish I could help, but I'm afraid that intervening any more than I already have would make things work. Maddie still doesn't trust me, despite everything. I have to believe it's not too late. I need both of them fully committed before I can tell them why they are really here. At the cabin, I enter without knocking.
It again.
I've tried it like 6 times, Mads. I don't know what else you're expecting here.
Hello there.
They both look up from what they are doing. It's not a surprising scene. Tara's hunched over her laptop in the living room while Maddie stands nearby, looking ready to hit her. I don't think either of them noticed me entering.
Hi.
Hey!
While Maddie seems annoyed at my interruption, Tara seems genuinely happy. Whether that's for the distraction or because it's me, I'm not sure. I walk over and sit down beside Tara, placing myself between her and Maddie.
Check this out.
She angles her laptop so that I can see it and presses play on a video. There's some distorted noise, but the screen stays black.
What am I supposed to be looking at?
Exactly.
Somehow, exasperated, Maddie throws up her hands and storms off into the kitchen, banging around the cupboards without actually doing anything.
This was the footage that we took the other night. Remember? With the spirit and stuff?
I remember.
Yeah, well, it was totally fine a few days ago. We watched it a billion times, so you know as well as I do.
Right. It was perfectly visible then.
But now...
She plays the clip again, nothing but noise. It's worthless now.
So what happened?
Beats me. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Maddie slams the cabinet particularly loudly.
What happened
What Maddie thinks happened.
is that the file got corrupted somehow. Either when you exported it or when it was transferring or something.
But it was working fine before. Seriously, ask Morgan.
She points at me. I wish she wouldn't bring me into it like this, since it will seem like I'm taking a side.
The video did work before, yes.
Great, that helps us a lot.
Isn't there a backup somewhere?
This was supposed to be the backup. I thought I'd uploaded it to our server too, but I guess the Wi-Fi cut out and that didn't actually happen.
Okay. Tara bites her lip.
That one's on me.
I'm expecting another sardonic reply from Maddie, but to my surprise, she sits down across from us and sighs.
Well, we can't change it now.
It seems that Tara's admission of guilt, even puzzle, helped her calm her down some.
Was that the only footage that was affected?
I didn't check. Can't see why anything else would be screwed up though. We just got unlucky. Super unlucky.
Sure.
That's a bit of an understatement. Without that footage, we don't have anything to show.
I want to tell her that there will be plenty more opportunities for filming the spirit, likely other equally remarkable creatures. But I know that she won't believe me yet. Giladura warned me this would probably happen, as if I hadn't already known. But Giladura also didn't help my case at all, since she said she didn't know if she could trust them yet. I wish she would have told me that before I made a fool of myself in front of them both. Like honestly, it's kinda hard to say, but I got the gut feeling that the story would be like better if they didn't he didn't explicitly say that the cat can actually talk. I leave it as a little bit of a mystery for the player. Carlos, but it sounds forced.
Guess we'll have to take some new footage then. Morgan, you don't have any other mystical spirits sitting around that we could film, do ya?
Not at all. Funnily enough, I do. I just smile though. Going along with the joke, for some reason Maddie tugs at her collar and looks away out the window. Perhaps she's more uncomfortable around me than I thought. Yeah, she surely doesn't have anything to show at all.
Can I borrow your laptop? I'll see if I can move the file to my computer, and maybe salvage something.
You really think that'll work?
No, but I'd like to try.
Sure thing.
She lifts the laptop over me and passes it to Maddie.
Thanks. I'll be in my room. Let me know if you need anything.
She leaves, taking Tara's laptop with her. She pushes her bedroom door, but doesn't close it all the way. Beside me, Tara places her hand over mine. It's not anything that Maddie would be able to see from her room. I'm not sure why Tara's so insistent on keeping our relationship a secret. Still, I appreciate the gesture. Of everything that's happened since the two of them arrived here, getting close to Tara like this has certainly been the most unexpected.
It seems like things are a bit better between the two of you. Did you talk?
I make sure to keep my voice low.
Not yet. I was going to, but first Mads wasn't home, then she was shut in her room all day when she got back.
No wonder.
I was going to bring it up today, but then all this stuff happened.
It would be still possible to bring it up.
At least the two of you are talking a little. She must be feeling bad too.
Maybe. You should have heard her before you got here, though.
I'm sorry.
Nah, don't be. It's like you said, this is on both of us.
You really don't know what happened to the footage? I promise I won't tell Maddie anything.
Nope, it's 100% legit. It was working fine, and then it wasn't. I didn't even drop my computer or spill water on it this time.
This time?
That's so strange.
You're telling me. Mads is convinced I did something to screw it up, though.
Well, maybe some neutrinos or something hit it right at the right spot. And well, it probably wouldn't be enough to corrupt more than a few bits. The whole video being corrupted. Yeah, well, I don't know if that's super plausible. A niggling suspicion in the back of my mind, but I don't want to bring it up yet. I don't want to alarm Tara if I can help it. Something that I was thinking too was that maybe Morgan's mom was sabotaging the footage or something, but surely there are passwords or whatever to prevent that.
Has anyone...
Right in the middle of my sentence, the heater in the corner of the room makes a sizzling noise and then dies. Tara and I both stare at it.
Did you see that?
I did.
God!
Well, it's as if like there were ghosts or something. Clutching her head in her hands, Tara gets up and goes to inspect the heater. She looks around and underneath it, although it's clear she has no idea what she's actually looking for. While her back is turned, I take a moment to peer out the window, scanning for anyone or anything out of the ordinary. I don't see anything.
What happened?
Heater died. Check it out.
Check it out.
Wait, you're kidding me.
I wish.
Already, the cold is starting to set in.
Was it a short circuit or something?
I'm glad that she doesn't default to blaming Tara for this. My suspicion gets a little stronger too.
No clue. Morgan and I were sitting here when it suddenly died. Didn't give any warning or anything.
It kinda sounds like sabotage, but... well, who knows?
It was a lot like the...
She trails off. She doesn't need to finish the sentence. I'm sure we are all thinking the same thing.
like the footage.
Like the footage. He says it anyway. None of us say anything. Then Maddie chuckles nervously.
That's a pretty weird coincidence.
Do you two think that, like, they're connected somehow?
But probably isn't Abigail, at least, because she surely doesn't want Maddie to leave.
What, the heater in the footage? There's no way that could be. It's just bad luck.
But the footage, like... not sure like how you can like sabotage that, but... the heater... like maybe you can, like, I don't know, drill a hole to it or something. Or like if it's like electric, well, there are surely easy ways to make it break.
Maybe.
She gives me a look that says she doesn't think it's random. I'm inclined to agree.
Any luck with saving the video so far?
Not yet, but I just started. Give me a bit.
Right. I'm gonna go grab a blanket. You want one, Morgan?
No thanks.
What the hell?
2 seconds after she's entered the bedroom, Tara yells and pops back out.
The heater in my room is dead too!
That's kinda sus.
What?
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Come look if you want.
Maddie and I both hurry into Tara's room. Sure enough, the heater in here is as dead as the one in the living room. But Morgan's mom will have to. Well, she's behind this, like, well, she's kinda shooting herself to the foot too, because well, she's breaking her own like cabin.
Were they on the same breaker? This cabin must have ancient wiring, right?
No, it was renovated a couple years ago.
Is the one in your room still working, Mads?
Without waiting for an answer, Tara pushes past and goes to look, ignoring Maddie's feeble clamor against barging in. We follow behind Tara yet again. In Maddie's room, the heater is running fine. Oh, that's great. You can all like stay there.
That's so unfair!
Maddie frowns too, looking perplexed.
I don't get it. Why just in here?
That's a pretty weird coincidence.
Ah, it could be Morgan's mom then, because she does know that they had an argument. Like, she could try to paint like Maddie as like somebody who is sabotaging the thing, like the whole investigation. Tara does a poor imitation of Maddie's voice.
It is! What else do you want me to say?
Crumpling, Tara leaves the room without giving an actual answer. Maddie doesn't try to stop her and stares at her perfectly functional heater. I shut the bedroom door behind me as I leave.
Okay, tell me I'm not crazy. Something weird is going on.
Kinda sounds like that.
You're not crazy. This definitely isn't a coincidence.
But surely like it's not Maddie either, like. Maddie has a reason to stay there because of Abigail.
You say that like you know what's going on.
I can feel a pit opening up in my stomach. I've never been good with words, and I'm not sure how to phrase everything I'm about to tell her, much less how she'll take it. I must struggle for too long because I can see Tara's expression go from mopey to concerned.
Hey, you okay? I was just kidding, but like, do you actually know what's up?
I press a finger to my lips and point to Tara's room. Her eyes go wide, but she nods. I lead the way with her following close behind.
We can talk now.
Tara looks like she's going to explode.
Now? What the hell? That was like something out of a spy movie.
Shh, not so loud.
I listen for any indication that Maddie is followed behind us, or is eavesdropping, but her door never opens. Tara watches, waiting for me to elaborate, but I can tell that it's taking every ounce of self-control she has to not barrage me with questions. It's understandable.
Okay, bear with me, because I'm not sure how to say some of this.
Nearly vibrating with excitement, Tara nods. I take a deep breath.
I don't think that all these malfunctions are a coincidence. I think they're intentional sabotage, and that my mother's to blame.
No big surprise. I was like, well, it is pronounced sabotage. Which is nice to know. Her eyes get as wide as saucers.
Your mom?
But who else, like? It would be a surprise if it went her. Oh, and the internet is back to being bad, I guess. At least momentarily, but well, bear with me, I guess. But I didn't have sadly energy to call the ISP yet, but could as well. I'll try to continue, but if it gets like really bad, then well. I do want to try out like tomorrow, like stream tomorrow and see like if it's tied to Saturday. Like for now the connection seems good again, but it was definitely the same time last week too. It seems like it is somehow tied to the time of day and the week, maybe the weekday. Yeah, like it is dipping. Dipping like occasionally. I don't know. It is a visual novel, so hopefully it's still like watchable somehow, but yeah. Really sorry about this.
Yes. And I also think that Maddie might be involved too. It's not her fault at all. I'm afraid that my mother might have gotten to her first. She might not even know it.
Like know what? Like does her mom has her mom like planted a bug or something on her, like so she can like eavesdrop. But that was like the when she came back from Abigail, so supposedly Morgan's mom wouldn't know about Abigail yet.
Gotten to her how?
As in, she's not in control of her actions. She might not even be aware of them.
Okay.
You mean like mind control?
Mind control. Oh, the connection is, well, really sad now. Well, like... Yep, it is super sad, sadly. While at it, like, well, let me like actually I'll try to do like an internet speed test thingy while at it. Well, it might probably make this even slower, but where? Yep, like the download is fine. I see like if it gets better, but if it doesn't, then well. It doesn't look great. Let's give it like 5 minutes, I guess. Like let's take a break of 5 minutes and see how the situation is. I will like chill, I guess. Like I have seen like 3 streamers like take like 10 or 15 minute breaks, like that seems pretty normal, but I'm not used to it. Like I have no idea what I would be doing. And the thing is that this game isn't like super like exhausting in the stream anyway. Oh, now it's actually back to normal levels. It's still like dropping frames a little bit. Well, let me see the stream health thingy. Yep, it seems that. Yep. It seems that it is. Yeah, it is pretty much the same time every time. Like I got the feeling that there is like a little bit of variance, but it is pretty much the same, like the late evening. I think it's kinda staying stable for now at least. Maybe you can. try to continue. I wonder what I should do about this then, like, should I just stream on a different day then? Basically. Like go back to the Wednesday streams or something. But it would be really unfortunate because, well, but surely it's better than like broken streams at least. But I do like that this time slot. But I guess it doesn't have to be on weekends necessarily. Like one benefit of not doing it on weekends would be that I would be able to see the fellow vampire lady like more often. But on the other hand, well, the downside is that, well, the stream schedule is like, well, morning in the US, and if it's like weekdays, then, well, people in the US are at work, more or less. So that would be kind of unfortunate. I guess we'll try the Sunday stream tomorrow and see like if that works better at least. Like just moving the stream to Sunday, like that could be a plan too, I guess. And I have to, like if I do that, I would have to move my, like, patron gaming so-called gaming sessions, like they have been like Yuri jam design sessions though lately. I would have to move that. But well, if that's what it takes, then I guess I'll have to do it. But it seems stable now, so let's continue for a little while at least. And then like let's try tomorrow, like if Sundays are more stable. I will have to bug my ISP, but hopefully I'll be able to do it next week, because I do have like considerably more energy than this week, I guess. Well, anyway, sorry for the inconvenience and low. Let's hope it stays stable for a little longer. I really do want to play more. Alright. It's kinda annoying, like... Ah. Oh, I guess they do. Interesting. I did see like this like spinning thingy, like that does change at least. I never looked at the menus. Guess I'll save at least, and then let's try to play more and see like how this works. But if it's like always the same time, like, well, there could be a way to dodge it, but it's like annoyingly at the worst kind of time slot, the hiccups. Like doing it later, though it's not really an option, like I would have to start at midnight or something. Switching back to the earlier time slot would work, I guess, but then it's like 7 AM in the US or something. Oh well, no use to worry about it right now, so let's play.
More or less, yes.
So mind control, so like Morgan's mom can mind control people, huh? But we didn't see like anything like that really. At least I would expect. Like she just walked away, right? She stares at me and then starts to laugh. She gets up and paces around the room, her hands flying in useless motions as she laughs.
Okay, you're screwing with me, right? Mind control. Maddie!
I'm not messing with you. I'm dead serious.
Sure. Can't blame her for being incredulous. It's a lot to take in at once, and the rest of what I have to say is even stranger. But if there's anyone who will believe me, who will believe the truth, is Tara. Her love becomes visual as she calms down. She takes a second to compose herself and then sits on the bed next to me.
Okay, mind control. Go on.
Like I said, I doubt Maddie's even aware. It's probably more like sleepwalking for her, but it would make sense. You said she's been spending a lot of time away from the cabin, right?
Yeah, but that's for a different reason. But I guess they don't know.
And that she doesn't like to talk about where she's been. Plus the footage being damaged, and then the heaters dying. It makes sense.
Now they are completely like mistaking it for something else. Like what is actually happening. Like mind control, yeah, sure it makes sense, but not really.
You're gonna have to sell me on this more. I wouldn't say that makes sense. What's the point of it? Why would your mom do that, and how? Like we haven't even approached the point of making sense.
I know. I'll explain.
Okay. I'm trying to remain calm myself, but just a nervousness that I had never felt before. This is my first time ever talking about this with someone else. No matter how many times I'd imagined this conversation, I rehearsed it in my head, it's nothing like real life.
My mom isn't really my mom. To be frank, she's not even human. Not anymore.
Okay, so she's like a lich or something. I pause, waiting to see how Tara takes it. No reaction. I doubt that anything I'm saying even registers as a possibility to her. My only choice is to go through it all and hope that she believes me in the end. Okay, so like, well, that's why she said like she is her mom, like technically, like in the first season or something.
The person you've met, the creature, is something else, using a human woman's body as a host.
Sure.
She has the whole town under a glamour that makes them loyal to her, and she has for years. Longer than I've been alive. I think she has Maddie now, too.
You know, like it's just called like being a mayor. Like that's what it is. I don't quite buy the mind control thing yet. It could just be that, well, you know, like this happens in real life, like it is easy to rally people against each other. Like everybody from outside is like bad influence or whatever. It's probably just something like that. Like it's not mind control. It's just like, oh, being mean and other people buying it too easily.
The reason that I sent you an email and invited you to Eisenfeld isn't because of the forest spirit or any of that other stuff, although it's related too.
So like it is an illusion then. Or like it's, well, I don't know. It could still be something they are protecting. Like they don't want outsiders to see it.
The reason is because I need your help. Evelyn, or the thing inside her, is going to try to kill me soon, to use me as a new host, within the next few weeks.
Okay.
You were the only people in the world who I could think of who might believe me. There wasn't anyone else I could ask.
You could just like take the train out of the village, right?
She knows that too, which is why she's trying to get rid of you now. Ruin your trip, make you want to leave. She would never hurt either of you. Too many people would notice if something happened. There'd be way too much unwanted attention on her.
Well, I'm sure like if like one YouTuber disappears, people are like well, they just run away with their money or something, or like get bored or whatever.
But if she could get the two of you to leave Eisenfeld, then she'd be able to proceed with her plans. I'm pretty sure that's what she's trying to do, through Maddie. That's it, I guess.
Yeah, that is, yeah. Pretty incredible stuff, I guess. As I finish speaking, I look down at my legs. It feels like a weight has been lifted off my chest. If nothing else, I'm glad that I got to tell someone. Even if nothing changes, at least I got to share my story. Kinda share, but like how does he know? Like if her mom has been possessed from the beginning, like since she gave birth, like then, like how do you know? Could just be that the mom is mean. If she doesn't believe me, if she thinks I'm as crazy as Maddie does, then I'm out of options. But you could still just like make a run for it. The silence stretches on, and I glance up at Tara's face. For someone usually so expressive and easy to read, her face is immutable. I can't tell what she's thinking. She just stares at me intensely, more scrutinizing than I have ever seen before. I meet her eyes, willing her to set mine, and see that I want her to grab mine. Tara huffs, blowing in a loose strand of hair that's fallen over her face. She blinks, pops her knuckles, scratches her leg, then finally she half smiles.
Okay, so then what do we do now?
Nope. Nope, the internet is back to being bad, so... Though I guess this is kinda a fine point to stop anyway. It's kinda a fine point to stop because we got exciting development that we can work with tomorrow, I guess. Well, kinda want to play more, but I guess it's fine. Anyway, well, thank you for watching, and well, sorry about the hiccups and everything. Anyway, well, let's play tomorrow again and see if it goes any better. No guarantees, probably won't, but worth a try at least. I guess we can maybe start like an hour earlier or something. Then we can at least play longer before the hiccups. Anyway, yeah. See you tomorrow, and thank you for watching and the comments. And it has been a lot of fun, and the game is fun. So yeah, see you. Bye bye.